Hey guys, how you doing? His leash came off. I can't let him run amok out here right now. So, how y'all do this morning on this? Well, so far it's a nice Sunday. Anyway, Achilles and I, we've been out here doing some scouting around and getting nosy. And we're going to take a break right now, and I thought I'd cut a video real quick. I got to tell you about, there was something really, God, I don't know how to put it. Something kind of phenomenal kind of happened to me. I experienced something a week and a half ago. And, well, I'll just get on and let you know what it was. First, I'm going to tell you, out of all the years I've been doing research, and throughout the years, Garland and I, and even me by myself, I have experienced things out here in the Sierra Mountains that you never experience in a lifetime. I've also experienced things out here where I've never experienced before, and what I experienced not after the after. So whenever something unusual happens up here, I mean, it's sometimes it's 1 in a billion shot to be on that it happens. Well, anyway, a week and a half ago, it was on a Friday, and I was in the house doing some research, and Achilles had to go take care of business outside, so we went out the front door and went off our porch down to the front of our property, and so Achilles could take care of his business. That night, it was so overcast, you couldn't see stars, no moon, no nothing. It was pitch black. And I didn't have a flashlight with me. All I had was my porch light on. Giving me enough light to go out there, you know, light up at least an area where he could take care of his business. Anyway, so we went out while he was taking care of his business. You know, I was just kind of browsing around, you know, looking around and listening for things. And this was about between 7:30, 8 o'clock p.m. on that Friday. And I veered off and to my right, and when I was looking off to my right would be, I'm looking at my west. And one of the UFO crafts were there. And they've been coming back with a little bit more regularly. They're coming back a little bit more than often in the last few months. Anyway, so I'm kind of looking at it, you know. And of course it's, you know, it's up there bouncing around in the sky. It's not that far away from me at that time period, at that moment. Anyway, Achilles, he just wrapped up, take care of his business. Then all of a sudden, I've noticed he was looking straight ahead of us. Something caught his attention. And come to think about it, it dawned on me too when we went out there. It was unusual that it was that quiet. What I usually call a dead zone, which usually happens when any of these cryptid creatures come around. So anyway, about that time period, as he was focused right in front of us, to our north, something, and I can't explain it, but something was on the roof of my house. And whatever it was, it started walking on my roof towards me and Achilles. And whatever it wasn't light, it wasn't heavy, but it did have some kind of weight to it. And as it walked towards us, and it was just so quiet that night, guys, just really, really quiet. And I mean, you could hear a pin drop, and when he was walking towards us, you could hear it with crystal clarity. And whatever it was, it started walking in a very rapid, aggressive manner. And it was about dead center of my roof. You know, my house sits way above the ground, okay? So there's no way in hell that anything from the ground got up on my roof. It's impossible. You can't do it. And even if I want to get to my roof, I got to use a ladder. So anyway, whatever it was coming at us in a very aggressive manner. I distinctly remember it was walking upright. It was on two legs, no doubt about it. But it was each step it took. I could tell by the steps it took. I figured it was probably about 1.5 feet to a 2-foot gait per step. But what it was, each step that it took, that it made contact with my roof, it didn't sound like you had like feet like a human would, or even these hybrids, which it wasn't one of them anyway. And when it was taken step by step as it was coming towards us, it was more like it had feet of stone, to be quite honest. And you could hear it, you could feel it as it was walking across the roof. But then it got right to the highest part of the crust of my house, which is about dead center. And I'm not kidding, by God's my witness, I thought whatever it was going to come flying off my roof and pounce on me and Achilles. About that time, just when it got right towards the edge of my roof, on the highest crest of my roof, I'd never seen Achilles so spooked since I've had him. And I've had him out here, you know, and he gets in, you know, different moods, different situations. And all I can say is this, all I remember is he took off like a shot out of hell. And I had him like this, you know, my hands wrapped around it. And he just took off with me. Damn, I was going to pull my arm out of socket. And whatever it was, scared the living shit out of him. Never seen him that spooked. So he drugged me. I was going up the steps. As I was going up the steps, I could literally hear whatever it was. At that point, was right at the edge of my roof. When I got up on my deck, the eave covering that covers over my deck, he was right above us. I could hear him. Achilles went in the house. I went to try to get one of my flashlights, and I got one of the best flashlights I usually keep around for certain situations. And I tried to get Achilles to come back outside. He refused to. Didn't want to even come out that door, but yet he stood in the house by the door, just staring, but would not come out again. When I went back out, I lit up the flashlight, and whatever was on my roof was no longer there. It was now down somewhere around me. Not on the ground. Seemed like it was, my sixth sense told me whatever it was out there still, and it was up in the trees somewhere. So up here we got some big ass pines, they're pretty tall. And whatever it was up in the trees somewhere. But nonetheless, it was watching me. Now I stopped and I've been thinking about this and working on the research on this ever since then, for the last week and a half. And come over here. Come on. And all I leave my gun alone. And all I could say is this. I'm wondering if it was just coincidence or whatever was on my roof could have been an alien being that was transported from that craft to my roof. I thought about that theory. And the more I thought about it, the more plausible it came to me. Or is it one of these unknown cryptid entities that we have no clue about? I've told you that, guys, throughout the years, there's things up here we don't know shit about. They've never been seen. They're too evasive. Most of them do live under the ground. My guess is if this was some type of new cryptid creature, I kind of believe that if that is the case, most likely it's going to be one that lives in a subterranean type environment. And the way it was interacting, I also make a suggestion that if that was the case, if it was subterranean, strictly nocturnal. In other words, they only come out at night to stay evasive. And like I said, whatever it was, it had to come from above, not the ground. Not the ground, but from above. So, there we go. I'll just leave it as that, let you ponder on that. But I'm gonna stay on top of it because this could be one of those things that, like I just said, it could be something that happens once in a lifetime, never happen again. I don't know. And then again, it might. So anyway, guys, we gotta get back to work. I just wanted to let you know what was going on, okay? And I'll see you next time. You guys take care. Have a good Sunday. Oh, by the way, to all my veteran brothers out there, happy Veterans Day for this weekend. I hope you all have a enjoyable one. And that being said, you guys all take care, and I'll catch you next time. We're gonna go, okay? Catch you later. Bye. Let's go, baby. Let's go get it. Come on.